Hello. This is D and Lee from Lee and D's Life's Journeys, and just wanted to show you a little bit around the garden. This is that Miwa kumquat. She's starting to flower. I actually stripped her bare, and she came back crazy, right? I tend to strip my Miwas bare in the beginning of the warmer weather to get them to bush out more. I just put these two in the ground, me and hubby. Used to be a Lionel there, but they died off. And this right here, look at that red Himalayan. I mean, she's up there. And you know what I like about her is she hides her, let's see what we can find. She has her mulberries and they're hidden. Hold on. Okay, so she got some nice sized mulberries. And you know, they're hidden under the tree so that you don't, under the leaves actually, so that you don't see a lot of, you know, the birds can't really get to them as much because, you know, they got to really search for them. But there's a lot of them up there. Okay, as we come around here, of course, you know, that's my butterfly garden. So I got some carrots in here. I usually don't do veggies, but if I do veggies, there will be the carrots, the kale, all right, and that's like a scarlet kale. Let's see what kind of kale this is. Yeah, this is a scarlet kale. And peppers and onions. So basically, that's all I mostly grow as far as veggies. I don't do too many veggies. I'm more of a fruit tree gardener. Fire bush coming back. We have another bed. Look at that kale right there. Once again, you see the onions. And look right here. So, you know, we know got some seeds coming right there. And look at her. So we also have, this is the grapevine right here. This is the muscadine grapevine, and she's starting to show signs of life. I used to have her mixed up in here with the Florida grapes, and I separated Florida grapes so that muscadine could have her own, and I moved Florida grapes. Okay, and as we get up here, we have the loquat, and she has her fruits, and she wanted to keep a lot of fruits even with the cold. So I do like loquat trees. Any trees that I tend to get a couple of them. I like them because, number one, they can take the cold and the heat, and they give you fruit. So that's what I like about them, and they're nice and bushy, and they give us shade. Let's move back here. So this is the Java Chicada. We just put her down. There used to be a Oro Negro. So this is the grape Java Chicada. And this right here, we got the giant passion fruit. We got the red bounty passion fruit. And they're growing up the trellis rather. We have the Shangri-La. And look at the mulberries on her. She just got, and she's so juicy. Shangri-La has so many mulberries on her. Now I chopped her up way before the frost, and she's coming back with, look at all those. Okay. And when we come around here, we have our Satsuma tangerine. And as you can see, you got the tangerines all over. Okay. We come around here, and we have the Panama red. Yes, we do love passion fruits. Over here, we have the Miwa. Of course, you know I love my Miwas. So look how bushy she is, and she's starting to flower. And so when I get to the beginning of the warmer season, we go ahead and take off the Miwas and go ahead and let them restart. As you know, it takes them a while to get to the color for that we can eat them, orange. And right here is my butterfly. Right here is a pineapple patch. And this right here, the Florida Prince. Now I'm hoping that this is a Florida Prince. because it got cold, and this is the only peach tree that didn't give us any peaches. So it says Florida Prince. I hope that's what it is. It comes from the nursery, but you know, sometimes, you know, there's a mix-up. All right, Salas Wood, Sapodilla. We got some mint here, and rosemary. Okay, we got the strawberry guava, and she's another tree that likes to deal with the cold. I actually have 2 strawberry guavas and a lemon guava. She's in the middle. All right, so you see this one coming out. This is the Florida grape right here. We took her out and put her here. All right, as we come across, this is right here. I just love this flower. It seems like paper, but it's nice and tough, really. Yes, so got that there. And we come around here, and that's just my butterfly garden. So what I like about these is I don't have to keep doing these over and over again, right? Because these are like candle lilies, right? Tropical gold candle lilies. All these come back, you know, desert roses. So they all come back each year. So that makes it easier for me. And you know, I'm all about the easy gardening, you know. I'm all about making it easy. Here's another loquat. This is the champagne loquat. So I got 3 loquats in total. And that's the smallest one that we just got. As we come over here, Valencia Pride. I don't think she's coming back to life, but you know, if not, we'll be putting our white sapote there. Okay, over here we have the Sugar Belle. Yep, there she go. And the reason why we was looking so hard for this one right here is because it's supposed to be very resistant to citrus greening. Over here we have our ice cream banana that came back. Our Cavendish came back. We got the Truly Tiny, and yes, Goldfingers. So we got some nasturtiums in there, and we have some amaranth in here. So if you can see as we come around. So I must have put that in a pot a while back. I don't know. I don't remember. And we also have onions. All right. So that's there. And of course, you know I like my desert roses. I just like it. This is the white desert rose. And the red lady papaya. And these are just tiles where I just put flowers that they continue to just come back each time. They just come back each time. Over here we have, you know, another desert rose. And we have this dragon fruit. So we had a lot of varieties of dragon fruit. But, you know, a lot of them died. And some of them we had actually saved, thank goodness. And some of them we got some cuttings from Coach Chain, another fellow gardener. So these right here are American fruit. I don't know if that one's going to come back. That one may. And this one is a newer one. Here's the other loquat. Right? She's a seedling and she's fruited already. There was a lot of fruits on here first. Then the freeze knocked the fruits off, but we still had some fruits, so we ate those. So that's an early variety. All right, so as we come back here, of course, you know, I got another Miwa. I was going to go ahead and pull her out the pot and put her in the ground, but she started flowering quicker, so I'll wait. And then we had the Logan. People call him Logan. Okay, right here we have the Beers Black fig. And she got some figs on her. There. So that's her. And we have the Celeste fig. And yeah, there she go. For the fig. So that's the Celeste. And they're in the pot. This right here, we just call it the bomb mango because hubby grafted this mango and last year, and I didn't really think it was going to make it. And it's crazy how this mango made it through the cold and nothing else. Well, you know, what can we do? But anyway, so what those are going to do is they're going to stay in the pot until I get them strong. You know, I like the nice strong trunks in there. I'm not going to put the figs down in the ground, but I will put the Logan down in the ground, and I will eventually put the Miwa down in the ground. But the figs, I'm not going to put those down in the ground. I'll keep them in the pot. Okay, and this is our other Logan. Okay, and of course this right here we had built last year for passion fruit. The passion fruit died. Here we go again. We got the yellow sunset passion fruit, and look at her. She's just going to town up there. We cleared this space back here, so we only have a certain amount of dragon fruit, because last year we had a lot of dragon fruit. I think close to 30, and we had them so close together that when they grew, you know, to get in between them to pollinate them, hubby was getting stuck. So we're not going to go through that anymore. We have learned our lesson with that. So now they're spaced out, but we don't have nowhere near as much as we had before. All right, hi little fella. All right. So as we come around here, so this peach tree right here is supposed to have been a nectarine, but it only been giving us peaches for the last 3 years. So it had a lot of flowers on it before the frost, and of course it actually had peaches, and then the peaches wound up freezing. So then it came back out and it's giving us like a couple of peaches, but not as many as the tropic snow. So look at this right here, Santa Rosa. So Santa Rosa, she done lost her mind with all these flowers. She gave us so many flowers this year. Last year we got 2 plums from her, and she gave us a lot of flowers this year, a lot. So now a lot of them are turning into the, you know, the plums. So I'm very happy with that. Right here, Methley, she didn't give us as many, but still more than we had from last year. Yes, so, you know, hopefully they get acclimated with our backyard. So I got a lot of evergreen back here, and this is the white sapulti. So I keep these in pots, like I said, until they have a certain amount of thickness in them. So when I put them in the ground, they have a better chance, hopefully with hurricanes and everything else. All right, we also put stakes on all our trees. We just go ahead and keep them staked up until they get to a certain size. This way, when a hurricane comes, we don't have to worry about dealing with it. All right, and then we got the beautiful Scarlet Beauty right here. And of course, she has so many plums. Scarlet Beauty just going to keep giving you plums forever. She is what she is. So she's always giving you plums. And look at the persimmons now. So persimmons are coming out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persimmon trees. This is my little shade house that I made out of basically a bunch of scraps and junk, but it keeps up. It holds up real tight. You know, sometimes you just make your own stuff, right? Look at that. I got these on here. I'm telling you, it has held up so far through hurricanes and everything else. So, you know, that's what I made with scraps, but it does what I needed to do. All right, we got the lemongrass regrowing right here. So a lot of these things, again, once you see that's in the pots, they just come back each year by themselves. So I don't feel like, you know, dealing with constantly, you know, planting things. Here's a pepper plant. This is shishito, pepper plant, and onions. Okay, and this is Tropic Beauty right here, and she has peaches all over the place. Look at her. She really, I mean, she's just going to town with the peaches, and eventually I guess I gotta, you know, come in here and, you know, thin them out, you know, because really, you know, we want some big peaches here. Okay, there's some more that come back each year. We got that star fruit. So of course I'm going to take her and chop her right about right here, because I like chunky trunks, and this looks like a stick, so we know it wind will blow it. And once again, you see a stake on them, right? We got Java Jacata. She coming back nice and strong. Red Java Jacata, Sabra. And she gave us a lot of fruits last year, so I know we're gonna do good this year. We got the that's the jasmine. Over here, put some sugar cane over here, and these, I forgot what they're called, but anyway, they're supposed to grow real tall. And what I wanted it to do is, instead of me having this shade house, right, because it's direct sunlight and Java Jacata didn't like it, so we made a shade house for it. So if this can grow tall enough that I can cover a lot of that, and then she can have natural shade. And look at the beautiful blueberries right here. So I used to have 16 containers of blueberries, and that was quite excessive. So I went ahead and gave them away, and I'm down to what, 5. And that's all I really need. Blueberries is more of a snack thing, so I couldn't even keep up with the ones I've had. And what I do is, the reason why this is set up like this is, once they finish flowering and they start to try to turn, I have to pull this over and cover them, and that brings it all the way down, and that stops the birds from entering them, and we get to eat all our blueberries. We do that every year. Right here, look at this right here. Look at this person. Oh, and this is my purple passion. She's getting up there. And yeah, going right over the boat. So this persimmon, this is our early persimmon, and she's just going to town. And she's really starting to already put little persimmons. Oh, I got that blurry, little persimmon flowers on there. This right here is Thai dwarf, and yeah. So she starts putting on these small ones, but as I get her bigger, she was a stick when I got her. I mean, she was like from here to here, just a little piece, and then that's where I got her to. And we thank Coach Chain for that. So yeah, this right here is our, rain barrel. So yeah, basically, so yeah, that's the garden tour, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Got another white chipotle. This one right here is a seedling. The other one is a graft. So yes, so hopefully you enjoyed the garden tour, and maybe it give you some ideas of the trees or whatever you want in your garden. I am a lazy gardener, even though the garden may not look like it. But with it set up like this, I don't have to do a lot of work. I can come out and enjoy it and just pick my fruits. So that's my main, that's the reason why we set the garden up like this. We're in our 60s, so we didn't want to do a lot of work. So by setting it up like this, I can easily reach my fruits and not allow my trees to get but so big, so I can keep control of it, right? Because I just don't want to be out here doing a whole lot of work. I just want to just enjoy the garden and eat my fruits. That's basically, yeah, that's what I want to do. Oh, and let me just, this is the green stock. It's just a half a green stock I had got for Mother's Day last year. And I just basically grow herbs and, parsley, and this is orange mint, and yeah, stuff like that. And these right in here, these were all my, succulents. They were, but a lot of them died. So I'm slowly changing it, slowly but surely. I'm always going to grow spinach. This is longevity spinach. It's Okinawa spinach. That's some mint. So yeah, shrimp plant right here. So yeah, so the way I set things up is, so I don't have to do a lot of bending, and so I don't want any back injuries as I'm aging, and I'm not doing, I'm trying to make sure the way I garden, and this just for me, because everybody gardens differently, but for me, I want to make sure as I age that I get a chance to enjoy my garden and not flip over things or hurt myself. So I like to set the garden up as such. This way, for me, I have more control over it. If it ever gets to the point where I can't get out for here for a while or what have you, then the garden won't, get out of hand for me. And this is a very easy way to garden. So it took some work for us to get it here, but once we got it here, I don't have to do a lot of work now. Basically, I come out here every once in a while. I'll water it. I don't have to water it as much. As you can see, the whole entire garden is mulched. So I'll water it every once in a while, and we'll trim the trees every once in a while. So that's about it, basically. And that's what makes an easy garden for us. And like I said, You know, there's no right or wrong way to do your garden. Do your garden for what works for you, so you can enjoy your garden, right? I like to do a lot of other things. We do camping and other fishing and stuff, so I want to make sure I don't have to spend so much time, you know, doing a lot of stuff back here. Make it easier for me, and that's the end result. I just wanted a easier garden for us to be able to handle, and we get out here and pick our fruits, sit down, and you know, drink some tea and just enjoy the backyard. Okay, this video has been long enough. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Hopefully you're enjoying your day. Goodbye.